sure it was Luke Rowe, the man that did the job on him.
And with that, guys, I had a chat with Jake Frawley this morning. Now, arguably, as a junior, Jake Frawley was extremely unlucky to be picked up on a AFL list. He's very confident of playing, and welcome to all our listeners on RPPFM. With that, I'd just like to congratulate Jake on his position here. He is super excited with Ryan Bastanak playing alongside him, and he was real buoyant this morning. He's coming off a small meniscus tear, but he says he wants to play, and he's looking forward to that as well.
The ball's held aloft for the first bounce or throw up of the day. Roberts goes up. He gets the tap out. It's just hacked forward from Somerville. Pearcedale claim the mark through the services of Trav Bravo. He's awarded that. They've gone forward. They've found Cruz West, who's been in good form early this year. He's moved it on to Luke Jennings. He's had a shot at goal. That's out on the full, and Somerville will get a reprieve.
Do you reckon Cruz West's parents, do you reckon they might be a bit of a Tom Cruise fan after all, didn't they? Oh, no, it was Tom Cruise? Oh, no, not Tom Cruise. Leighton Hewitt fan, I should say, because Leighton Hewitt's son's called Cruz.
Or David Beckham.
David Beckham's another one.
Could be Vossi. I'm not on their friendship list, so I'm not too sure. I don't know, mate.
It's not exactly a common name.
As the ball's brought back in, and Pearcedale are going to intercept that there at their centre half forward position. They'll go long to the pocket, looking for Daniel, and he takes the mark early, but he's given away a free kick for hands in the back. The free kick will go to Kane McKenzie. He's switched the play. He's found his teammate there in the pocket. He'll look to go to the defensive side of the wing. That's moved on. They have a little handball chain there for Somerville. They've been able to go towards their forward 50 out in front of Vincent. Oh, there's going to be a free kick there, paid to Pearcedale for taking the legs out, although they don't really know what's happening there at the moment. Bastanak gets on the board early with the possession to his brother. He goes out wide. The spread from Pearcedale have been good early, Michael Voss.
Yeah, they're looking good early. They just haven't been able to make the most of their opportunities. They've kicked one out in the full. They took a mark inside 50 but gave away the free kick. But no, look, they're playing with an air of confidence early in the game as the ball comes back into play. We've played 2 minutes in the opening quarter. No score. Battery Water Mornington match of the day live here on RPPFM. Ball about 55 metres out from the Pearcedale goal, and the umpire says I'm going to ball it up. Pearcedale going to the left-hand end of your radio dial where we all drive in here, and a little bit uphill going to that end, but it's certainly going to be a high-quality game this afternoon between two very good sides. Free kick to Jake Haskett at half-back. He goes in short, looking there for a teammate, goes with the ball now. The long kick comes up towards half-forward. There's a mark taken. They can play on here, and they do. I think that was Nathan Gillis who went towards the top of the goal square. Ball comes to the back. Can they get the goal? There's Somerville. There is a snap across the body. It goes all the way across the other side of the play. In fact, as it stayed in play, in fact, it bounced inside, and that wind must have caught that, AJ, because that's gone well off target, but it stayed in place. So it's Somerville still into attack, but it's a boundary thrown about 20 metres out from their goal.
As the ball's brought back in through the boundary umpire, the two ruckmen do battle. It's a free kick picked out here, which will go towards Pearcedale, it looks like. No, the umpire signalled the wrong way. Paddy Nagel, who's got the long sleeves on, Vossi. Announcement during the week that he's heading back home to Rosebud Cricket Club.
Not a huge surprise, that one, I wouldn't have thought.
No. So he's going to line up for the first score on the Premier Traditional Home scoreboard today.
There's a shot.
He's kept it low.
And he's missed. So one behind is the first score of the game on the board for Somerville. And Pearcedale yet to score. We've played 4 minutes in the opening quarter. We've got games happening right around the peninsula this afternoon. We'll keep you right up to date. And just a reminder, on Monday, we're live on Monday as well from Mount Eliza and Red Hill. But we're here today at Pearcedale. Somerville, the opportunity was that a bump for 2 holes. In fact, it's a throwing the ball decision. It's a free kick to Pearcedale at half back. So they look to go out towards the centre wing. Looking there for a teammate there in Daniel, who couldn't take the mark. Ball on the ground, a chance there on that occasion for Bravo. He is, back to his old club, if you like. So he went to Pearcedale, or is that Pearcedale? Went to Somerville, now back at Pearcedale. Still an opportunity for Daniel, gets a hand pass out, looking there for a teammate. They're just trying to get that ball forward. They've done well there, Pearcedale. They're going about 15 metres. Now they're inside attacking 50. Still an opportunity for them to kick to the top of the goal square. Can they get a player to run on the ball? Not to be. Still inside their attacking 50. They're under the pressure in Somerville. That could have been holding the ball. The umpire said no. There is a kick down the line, or an attempted kick down the line by McMahon, and the ball was smothered. And that was fantastic. They just kept working the ball forward, kept gaining distance. They didn't want to give up on the contest there, AJ.
No, their pressure's been sensational early, Vossi. And is it just me, or does Ryan Gillis and Kane and Mackenzie look very similar from here? As the ball's brought back into play, a little stalemate in there. It's been brought back in.
Well, can you have a new look-alike segment, maybe?
Well, we could potentially put that one in. So the umpire throws the ball up for the two ruckmen. Pearcedale look to clear this. They're going to get a free kick for over the shoulder. That's going to go to Thornton.
Now, he could sense he was in trouble there with the tackle, so he just sort of buckled a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit, Bossy. He's going back like he's confident of making the journey here, but it's well outside the 50-metre mark, although it's not a big 50. As
those boots
are
going to be able to play.
Well,
Hasn't the running been great, folks?
They're pretty standard boots these days, Vossi, though.
Well, that's true. I played up till I was 15 years of age, and wore the black boots.
He's made the distance early, but he's pushed it to the near side. Pearcedale on the scoreboard. One behind plays one behind on the Premier Traditional Home scoreboard. Somerville are trying to drive that out to Luke Rowe, who's taken a mark. He looks further afield, but it's going to turn that over. Pearcedale have been good across that half-back line. Bastonak's going to try and go past for the handball, but he's not taken that. He's not given. Pearcedale going to drive it long. A number of Somerville players here, but they are able to get the ball moving forward into the middle of the ground here at Pearcedale. Somerville look to release the ball to move forward. They just get a little toe poke. That's able to move the ball forward. Although Pearcedale have got the turnover. Bastonak of the Jordan variety goes out wide. They've come back into the middle nicely here through Bradshaw. He just slows the ball down a little bit. He looks forward. He's found Thornton, the man who just had a shot on goal, in towards centre half forward through Luke Murray. He looks to go forward, looking for Luke Daniel. Mackenzie just gets a fist in there. Bastonak does the tackling, and it's going to be another ball up inside Pearcedale's forward 50, Michael Voss.
Yeah, 30 metres out from the Pearcedale goal. Both sides one behind. We've played 8 minutes in the opening quarter live here at the Pearcedale Recreation Reserve. Hope you can stay with us right throughout the afternoon. As an opportunity for Bravo, I think that was, running towards attacking 50. He has the shot and he misses. He got out of his own there. He could have run a little bit closer there, Trav Bravo, but instead he put it on the boot, but he missed it to the near side. So 2 behind Pearcedale, 1 behind Somerville. Premier Traditional Home scoreboard is our Rowe just looking to bring the ball back in full back. He goes down the line towards the centre of the ground. The mark has been taken, and it's been taken there on this occasion. It's been taken by Ryan McMahon, who's got it now. They can play on here. Somerville, they go down towards the half-forward line. But a good effort there in defence for Pearcedale. Just cutting off the leading play there in Ryan Gillis, and the mark was taken in defence. They can switch play. They go towards the half-back line. The mark was taken by Bastonak of the Jordan variety. Goes towards half-forward. Now they're looking to go into attack once again. They've got Daniel there in attacking 50. Can they get the ball to him? They go over the top. Looking there, but not finding the player there in Jake Frawley. The ball goes over the line and out of play for a boundary thrown. Pearcedale 2 behinds. Somerville 1 behind. We've played almost 9 minutes. A beautiful day here for football.
The ball's brought back in through the boundary umpire. That's just shallow throw in Pearcedale's forward 50. Looked like the Somerville player there just dropped the ball, but Pearcedale are able to get the ball. That's going to be holding the football. Somerville win the free kick, just outside their defensive 50. That's through Lachlan Williams. He wanted to go out wide, but that win, Vossi, has just brought that back inside a little bit into the corridor. Good follow-up from Somerville, though. And they're going to force a turnover. They'll be able to go inside forward 50. They've got a player just all alone there in Paddy Nagel, and he takes the mark unopposed, and he'll line up for another set shot on goal.
Now, he had a shot before, and he was on the other side of the ground, so I just wonder how much he's learnt from that first kick, even though it's a different spot on the ground for him. Now, he's got his hands on the ball for his second shot on goal in the first 10 minutes of play, so I know his old man will be listening around the ground. There is a shot, and that is a good kick. That's much better. He's learned a lot there, Paddy, and that was a good kick at goal. He kept it low once again, which is interesting, so that breeze must be a bit stronger, a bit more trickier up that end. Somerville 1-1-7 in the first goal of the game. Pearcedale 2 behinds. 10.5 minutes played in the opening quarter, and I don't know about you, but I feel a hell of a lot better than what I did last week.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And this game started at a frenetic pace like we saw last week, and between Rosebud and Sereno, both sides are looking to run the ball. I've really enjoyed Pearcedale's ball movement, Vossi, but Somerville have just been really clean with the ball. Pearcedale are going to move the ball forward through McGuinness. He just tries to find the player in Setnarini. The umpires paid advantage here for Somerville. They're able to go long through Walker Smith, but he turns that over. Luke Sparks takes the mark for Pearcedale. He looks in the middle looking for Jordan Bastanak, but that's over his head. The ball's just landed in Ryan Bastanak's hands. Both Bastanak boys have had a number of possessions early. There's another one for Jordan. They're able to push this wide to the wing. Player there in Hipworth drops the mark, and we'll get another throw in on the outer wing here at Pearcedale Recreation Reserve. As you mentioned, the last night of the Pearcedale club rooms today. We've got a few scores coming in from around the grounds. Bombeacher 1-1-7 plays Rosebud, no score. As Pearcedale look to go into attack. They're looking there for Daniel, but that goes over his head. Pearcedale able to get the ball back though. They've got a couple of players lining up, and Thornton has taken the mark just inside the. We can't really call it a forward 50, Vossi, can we? It's definitely nowhere near 50 metres.
Well, what you can call it is it's definitely uphill. So whatever, if it's an extra 2 or 3 metres on top, I reckon. Whatever that distance is, I think there is anyhow. Maybe it's just my illusion. I'm not sure. But now we've seen Carlin Thornton, who had the first shot at goal. He kicked the point. He'll kick from 50. He misses that one, and that is through for a point. It was just an absolute shank off the boot. Barely scraped in for a point. Pearcedale 3 behinds. Somerville 1 goal, 1-7, and that is on the Premier Traditional Home scoreboard.
The scores between Germana and Pines. Pines are 1 behind, plays Germana no score. Somerville look to bring that back through the corridor.
Oh, it's dangerous.
Very dangerous. They've been able to hold the ball though there. They've got a player over the top in Mackenzie who they use. He goes down along the wing, looking for Mepstead. Wasn't able to find him cleanly though. That's a great handball out from Somerville. They're able to look for Ryan Gillis on the boundary line, who gets up pretty angry. Wasn't happy with his contest there, but we'll get another throw in. Rosebud have kicked their first Vossi of the day. Bombeach 7, Rosebud 6. They were good for a half last week.
They were good for a half last week, and Sereno were obviously too powerful for them in the second half, but they need to. Well, they haven't had the easiest draw, let's be honest, but someone's going to cop. They're good competitions, is what I'm trying to say, but Rosebud need to put up a better performance, AJ.
Yeah, Pearcedale are battling in their back half, but they're able to clear it to a number of Somerville players. The bounce of the ball, though, favours Pearcedale. They've got a number of runners on the outside, although they've turned that over. Haskett is able to move it forward. He's found Finn, who drives it long, looking for his teammate there in Mepstead, who takes the mark. He has a shot on goal, bounces it, doesn't get the goal. Needed to be in the air to Ryan Gillis. But they've scored another behind. 1-2-8 plays 3 behinds on the Premier Traditional Home scoreboard. Vossi.
Spike at Mepstead, there's a name for you. Winning a game in this Somerville side early, it's a good side to be in because I think we both agree they're the number 2 seed behind Lang Warren at the moment.
Absolutely. As there's a big pack around Ryan Gillis. He's not able to take the mark. The ball just comes out quickly. The player there for Somerville is dumped. Holding the ball, Ryan Bastanak will win the free kick in his back 50-metre mark. Rye, 2 goals, 1-13, plays crib point 7.
Jason Orbris is at that game today.
He's been able to come back to the Peninsula, has he? He's eaten all the oysters everywhere else in the country, and he's back for the day.
And he's off to see Richmond and Melbourne tomorrow night.
There's a few outs with COVID and things like that for Melbourne. As Pearcedale bring that into the middle of the... that was a bit weird. He tried to claim the mark there, the Somerville player, but it wasn't paid, and that's just out of bounds.
Mitchell Delmo just seen the ball over the line for a boundary throw-in. So how do you reckon they'll send off the rooms tonight?
In a big way.
Yeah?
In a big way, I reckon. A lot of them are on the amber ale early, Vossi. I think it'll well and truly flow into the night. Thornton wins a free kick here.
I know it's a bit
on
of
the
an
centre wing.
afterthought, but this is obviously a big game. But I wonder whether they would have liked to have had Lang Warren here for the last game.
Oh, I think this is good in the Postcode Cup.
I'm not saying, but their bigger rivals would be Lang Warren, would it?
I think, could be. I think this is still a pretty big game for him. And Cruz West has been awarded the mark just on his 50-metre mark, and he'll go back.
A lot of people.
He'll go back to put Pearcedale's first goal on the board. They're 3 behinds, playing somewhere 1-2-8 currently.
Round the ground, Seaford 2 behind, Chelsea 1 behind.
As West comes in, just steps over the 50-metre mark, bit of a mongrel punt, and it'll be their 4th behind of the day. They'll move on to 4 behinds. Somerville 1-2-8 on the Premier Traditional Home scoreboard. We'll probably have to try and find a Bridgestone select mark of the day, Vossi. Nothing stood out as yet. Obviously early game though.
Luke Rowe, who will go with the kick out towards the centre of the ground, going up with one hand and taking the mark there on that occasion was the player in Haskett of the Lockie variety. He can play on, he goes to the kick towards Paddy Nagel at half forward. He runs onto it, has to turn around, ran out of space action. The ball goes out of play for a boundary throw-in. Left half forward flank here for the Somerville side, who are 1-2-8. Pearcedale are 4 behinds. And yeah, so Rye 13, crib point 7. Just keep me updated with some of those scores happening around the place, with 2 games happening on Monday, 1 in Division 2, 1 in Division 1. We're in Division 1 on Monday as the Somerville side looking to clear, and they go from half back to half forward. That was dropped by Bravo. I thought he might have got a free kick there. They're going to kick a goal there, are they? No, they're not going to make him pay. In fact, that's gone... Has that gone out in the full? I think it has. It has gone out of bounds in the full. It was by Daniel Marshall, and Travis Bravo was here waiting for a free kick, and I think he was probably unlucky not to get one.
Pearcedale are able to bring this in. They look up the middle of the ground. They've found Hipworth. They've gone out wide through the services of Ryan Bastanak. He switched the ball out in the far wing, but they're going to bring it back in through Jordan Bastanak, who goes over his head. He'll look to run onto the ball. He's got 2 players there for Somerville to contend with, and it looks like he's going to win a free kick here. That is holding the ball. The umpire has rewarded that. He plays on quickly out to the Pearcedale player, and Cruz West was all alone in the forward pocket. He's going to kick from up against the fence though, Vossi, but if he slots this one, I reckon this will just get the Pearcedale locals up and about.
Get the juices flowing, you reckon? So Somerville lead by 4 points. We've played 19 minutes in the opening quarter, so it's not going to be a long first quarter. We're 1 minute away from time on. Can Cruz West put the first goal on the board for Pearcedale? He cannot.
They've almost kicked the goal though, Vossi. They're 5 behinds.
They're wasting a few opportunities, and their ball movement generally is pretty good. It's that final sort of possession. They've had a few shots and haven't been able to find that sort of leading player when they've had the opportunities as well. So just got to make the most of the opportunities as we move forward in the game. Long kick out off the hands of the Packers. The ball is McMahon. And in fact, he is going to get a free kick, I think, there. Or is he? He's going the other way. No, he's getting the free kick. It's Josh McMahon with the free kick. He plays on now, the hand pass towards Williams, and they can go forward. Here's Somerville towards half forward. Gillis knocking the ball away. That was Ryan. Fair hairstyle he's got too. You ever had a hairstyle like Ryan Dillis's, AJ?
No, I can't say I have. Probably the most extravagant I've gone with is a little mullet at the moment, but that's only just starting to grow. So, yeah, nothing like the big G-man, but Pearcedale have been able to bring this inside their forward 50 to the top of the goal square. They're going to have another shot on goal, and they've kicked their first goal. I think they're through Cruz West. They're on the board, 1-5-11, plays 1-2-8. We spoke about it last week, Vossi, that a young side in Rosebud matched Sorrento on the scoreboard in the first half, but this is pretty similar that they've kicked 5 behinds already, Pearcedale. They need to be kicking goals so they get a lead, not just be equal with Somerville at half-time.
Yeah, you've got to make the most of your opportunities. I think Rosebud had two more scoring shots at half-time last week than what Sorrento did, and Sorrento were 13 points up, and we all knew what sort of effort that took for Rosebud to make that effort in the first half, and Sorrento were able to run over the top of them. So, but Pearcedale do have their first goal, and now an opportunity for a free kick to be given here. That's holding the ball and taken by Haskett. He turns the ball over. Almost as if he just heard the voice and went straight to the voice. And now Pearcedale are going to have a shot at goal through Luke Murray, who's directly in front, and he'll kick from, well, just outside the arc. So let's call it 50 metres for argument's sake. I know you and I are going to disagree on that. But Luke Murray with the ball. He'll kick from just outside the arc. He has the shot, and he hits the post. So 1-6-12, Pearcedale 1-2-8. Somerville have played 21 and a half minutes on the Premier Traditional Home Scoreboard. Live here thanks to Battery World of Mornington.
Vossi, you'll be happy with the Battle of Frankston score at the moment. YCW 3 straight to Frankston Bombers 1. Dramana 6 points up over Pines, and Bond Beach 2 points up over Rosebud at the moment.
Yes, Sorrento 5-4-34 plays Ediath 2 goals as well.
Were you hearing anything from the Hastings game at all yet? Hastings tie-up game?
Not as yet.
No, like I said, just if you're there at that game, just chuck up a couple of comments. Let us know how Dane Swan's going. What's the crowd like there?
Pearcedale go to the top of the goal square looking for Daniel. He was sitting out the back, but he's touched it. Should have just let it go through for a goal. Fossey, they're going to move on to 1-7-13, plays Somerville 1-2-8. Speaking of Luke Murray, who just had that shot on goal before, I played junior footy against him when I was young. Now I'm 32 this year, so he'd be very similar. He's played his whole career here, which is a great show of faith, and he's been a great servant of Pearcedale Footy Club, but he's gone through the hard times. But how good would it be for him where they're positioned at the moment?
Oh, look, there's so many stories like that, but it'd be great if he can actually get on the end of a really good year, which obviously if Pearcedale have a good game today, then who knows, they might be in for a reasonable season. Time will tell. Dane Swan, is he 40 yet?
I don't think he's quite 40 yet, no. But listening to his podcast, it looks like he's going to play off half-back. He finds that a bit easier than the midfield of recent times.
Just as the kick comes inside, attacking 50 towards Gillis, who couldn't take the mark. The umpire's doesn't going to ball it up. Dane Swan's philosophy on chips: get the packet of chips, crush them up. You got W amount of chips.
I was going to say smart man, but just a few more DIV2 scores.
A different way of looking things, I think, is Dane, but that'll be a big day down there today.
Absolutely. Chelsea 2 behinds, plays Seaford 1-2-8. Tyab 1 straight 6. Hastings yet to score. Kringle and Langwarren 1-1 apiece. Rye 4-2-26 plays Crib Point 1-2-8. And here it is 1-7-13 plays 1-2-8 on the Premier Traditional Home Scoreboard.
And Hastings 12, Tyab 6 in that game. Just have an update there on that one. So low scoring game here in the first quarter here at Pearcedale. Normally, well, Somerville 2 or 3 times last year, they sort of kicked themselves out of it with, or not kicked themselves out of it, but certainly missed a lot of shots and cost themselves 1 or 2 games, I think, from memory. But Pearcedale are the ones that are inaccurate at the moment. So they've had 5 more scoring shots, but only led by the 5 points on the scoreboard.
Lockie Williams has been awarded a free kick on that far forward flank. I don't think they quite know what's happening here. He was going to go back and have a set shot, but the umpire's taken it off him. They're going to ball it up, I think. I don't think anyone really knows what's happening, Michael Voss.
I'm lost, and I'm now they're going to ball it up. So Roberts was beaten in the ruck contest there. It's taken away for Pearcedale. A quick kick down towards the half-forward line. Going up was West. Couldn't take the mark. He'll get the ball back. He tries to get it over towards his teammate there in McGuinness, who couldn't quite take it. Now kick inside attacking 50. Looking there for a one-on-one contest. They've got the numbers here, Pearcedale. If they can get the ball out. They can't quite get control of it now. It's taken away there by Moroney, it was. Now good tackle applied. The umpire has said that is holding the ball. And it is a free kick going to Carlin Thornton, who's had a very good start, AJ.
Yeah, he's been sensational along with the 2 Bastanak boys. One thing, Vossi, that I will mention, that Luke Daniel and Kay McKenzie are battling hard on a one-on-one, but the way they've brought the ball into him, Luke Daniel's trying to body Kay McKenzie every single time, and it's just not working. They need to get McKenzie on a lead and see if they can exploit him that way, because his strength is his biggest asset.
Will Dalgleish is kicking from he starts his run from right where the Pearcedale interchange bench is. He's 60 metres out the siren has gone. He has the shot, and it's not a bad kick, but like I said, I reckon that's uphill a little bit off the hands of the pack. It goes through for a point, so it's 1 goal 8-14. Plays 1-2-8. I don't know whether you noticed, he took the mark to try and get the ball into G-Man's hands, that's for sure, because at the moment, he just needs that little bit of confidence. You're a little bit frustrated at the moment. He hasn't touched the ball so far. Channeling his inner Mr. T there with his hairstyle is Ryan Gillis. Ball up. Ball comes Somerville's way, but it's taken away, or it should have been taken away for Pearcedale. Now an opportunity on the left foot, goes to kick inside to attacking 50. Can they get the ball out to Gillis? Not to be. Good tackle applied. And the umpire says, I'm going to ball it up directly in front of Somerville's goal. Only 15 to 20 metres out from the goal that they're attacking at the start of the second quarter. It's 6 points to margin. Murray goes up in the contest. He was beaten in the ruck. Ball flies out now. Quick kick around the corner towards full forward. It's going to be marked. There in defence. It's going to be marked by Jack McGuinness, who can play on. He goes out towards his teammate there in Declan Albert, who's got it right back pocket. Right near where we're broadcasting it this afternoon. He goes in short. And the mark has been taken. And they're a tricolour set of boots there. It was by Jordan Bastanak, who went with the short pass, and the mark's been taken. And it's been taken by his brother there in Ryan. Formerly in North Melbourne, formerly of... it was Brisbane he played at, not Gold Coast. It was Brisbane, wasn't it?
Brisbane. Jake Frawley's taking a contender for Bridgestone Select Mark of the Day there, Michael Voss.
Long kick to half forward.
Look at the work rate of Ryan Bastanak. He had the ball back here on the back flank, and he's down in the forward 50 for Pearcedale. But I think the 2 biggest concerns for Somerville at the moment would be both the Bastanak boys, because they've both had it on a string. I think Jordan would have had close to 15 touches in the first quarter, and they're the 2 that you have to stop for Pearcedale, because otherwise their experience, if they're shut out of the game, then it's put on the younger kids' backs, and they're going to have to stand up. As Frawley bursts through the stoppage there, and he kicks a goal. He gets Pearcedale's second of the day, 2-9-21 play. Somerville 1-2-8, the Premier Traditional Home scoreboard. And that's what they've got to do, Pearcedale. Vossi, they've got to take their opportunities in front of goal. They've had 11 scoring shots to 3 currently, so they need to get themselves out to a lead and not be equal with Somerville at halftime, as we see that their experience and their bigger bodies will sustain that over a 4-quarter performance. But I think Peter Basnak's done a fantastic job with Pearcedale so far, and they look to be really exciting.
They showed signs last year and had a couple of good wins here at home last year, but they obviously they've got a...
Jordan Basnak's clearly, for mine, is leading the Jones Lapino best on ground. He's had the ball a number of times.
We've got a Pearcedale person back in charge of the club in Peter Bastanak, I suppose, and the signs are there at the moment. Like, they're 2 goals 9, they could be further in front in this game, but it's still early. Still got time for Somerville well and truly to get back into this. It's a long kick, high kick, out towards centre wing. Good mark taken there on this occasion by the player there in Mitch Mantle it was.
Vossi Langwarren's gone out to a 4-goal lead over Kringle.
Doesn't surprise me there. They're a powerful side. Kringle a very good side themselves, but I think that, yeah, Langwarren are the one that everyone's chasing. It's Kringle's turn to try and knock them over today, but hard to see Langwarren finishing other than a double chance at the end of the season.
Just getting a score through from Division 1 as Mepstead has a shot on goal, and he's missed to the near side. We've got Bomb Beach 2-2-14 plays Rosebud 2 goals straight. YCW 4 goals 2-26 to Frankston Bombers 1-1-7. Sorrento 8 goals 5-53 plays 3 goals straight at quarter time. Vossi.
Gee, that could be any sort of score coming the end of the day, couldn't it?
Certainly can. And that's holding the ball. That's a great tackle there from Sednarini. As Pearcedale look to move it up to the centre wing. Luke Jennings has got the ball. He's looking inside, but he's going to go back out wide, over the top. Frawley takes the mark, diving on the ground. He tries to get a handball to Ryan Bastanak. He's missed the target, only about 5 metres away. Bastanak is trying to get a free kick here for holding the ball, but none forthcoming. The umpire will ball it up just in front of the Somerville coach's box. The young Pearcedale boys are doing a good job here, not allowing a tagger to get to Bastanak. Some will come away with the clearance. They chiselled the ball up to Trav Finn. He looks inside forward 50 for the G-man, but over his head, Mepstead taking the mark, and he'll line up from about, it's a bit hard to say the distance, Vossi, like we said, but we'll go 15 metres inside the arc.
I think it's fair to say that they both go to the same barber, being Mepstead and also Ryan Gillis. Mepstead has the shot, he puts through Somerville's second goal on the boards, 2-3-15, Pearcedale 2-9-21. We played 8 minutes in fact, or was that 6 minutes? No, it's 8 I think. Anyhow, it's a 6-point margin, and that is on the Premier Traditional Home scoreboard.
Yeah, Mepstead started really well, Vossi. He looks nice and strong through the contest. A good one-on-one mark. Tom Roberts just did the damage from that clearance, getting Luke Murray out the way in the ruck contest too easily.
Tom Roberts, his most famous work, shearing the Rams might have been Tom Roberts, actually.
As Jordan Bastanak just goes long, looking for a teammate inside forward 50, none forthcoming, but they're able to pick the ball up. It goes backwards to try and go forward. Luke Murray's just pushed out of the way once again. He's not awarded a free kick. Everyone sort of looked at the umpire asking for a free kick, but the ball has come into Somerville's forward 50, but it'll go out for a throw-in.
A very good crowd in attendance this afternoon for this game between two undefeated sides in Division 2. And to stay level with Langwarren, you'd think Langwarren, obviously 5 goals in front of their game, are going to be hard to catch from that position even at this stage of the day. Still plenty of time to go. Long kick out of defence. Mark dropped on that occasion by Rowe. Ball on the ground, a chance for Pearcedale, but they turned the ball over. A quick kick towards Mepstead, who couldn't quite take the mark. He applies the pressure. Good tackle applied. The umpire says, I'm going to ball it up.
A big, thick frame, Mepstead, doesn't he, Vossi?
Yeah,
Looks
look,
like a young, big, strong boy.
yeah, he's good size and kicked a good goal, so they're happy with the way he started in this second quarter. That's a kick out of bounds in the full, I think it is. And the man who kicked that one out of bounds in the full is Lockie Haskett. Very good cricketer in his own right. Played a bit of low-grade cricket with Lockie a few years ago, AJ. Very good cricketer.
Who haven't you played lower grades cricket with?
Oh, there's a couple. Play cricket with a fair few. When you play over 360 games, you play with a lot of people. Long kick towards full forward. Off the hands, chance for Pearcedale to clear. They run to fullback. It's a kick.
We've just nearly been hit in the caravan, Bossy.
I was bracing myself then because I could see that was going to hit the top of the van, or so I thought. Now, we've got out there. Yeah, that's right.
Thank you.
Thought we had another number out there, but we're fine. So, Liam Grew with the ball, goes to the shot. He goes from outside 50, he kicks the goal, and the scores are level. 3-3-21, plays 2-9-21. We've played 9 minutes. Premier Traditional Home scoreboard. Good goal there for Somerville.
Yeah, it looks like this close end for us, Bossy. The entrance end is the scoring end, and we saw a number of shots in the first quarter down at the tennis court end, sort of pushed to the pocket, but the players have been able to adjust up to the entrance end and use the breeze nicely. And that was a fantastic kick from Brewer there, getting the goal. As Tom Roberts just jumps over his opponent there. The umpires picked a free kick out, which is going to go the way of Somerville. Nathan Gillett gets that on his left. He goes inside forward 50, just bombing it, looking for his brother in Ryan. There's a big pack. Pearcedale looking to rush this behind, but they can't get it across. Oh, he's just thrown that over the line, and it's been given. It's going to be a shot here for Somerville. It's deliberate out of bounce, Vossi. You couldn't get any tighter on this angle. Deep in the pocket. He's going to go with a check side. He's missed to the close side for him.
Gentlemen, for Premier Traditional Homes, got 2 words for you, Vossi. Stone Cats, 6-5-41. Frankston Bombers 117. 10-point lead to Dramana over Pines. 2 points in it between Bond Beach and Rosebud.
We spoke about it before this game, Vossi, with Frankston YCW and Frankston Bombers, and we said that obviously Bombers were disappointing against Sorrento. They didn't overly impress against Mount Martha. They got against Mount Eliza. Sorry, they got the job done, but now they're behind around that 5 to 6 goal mark again already. Is worrying signs?
Yeah, look, they won't be happy the way they've started things. There's obviously time to turn it around today, but in a way a little bit worrying that they haven't hit sort of peak form yet, but they're a good team. They'll be there when the whips are cracking.
As Pearcedale have gone into attack, Somerville look to clear this ball. They've gone across goal to put it into a dangerous position. There's a couple of calls for throwing the ball, but the umpires plucked out a free kick here for holding the ball against Pearcedale. And Somerville are going to be able to clear, and they go straight up the middle. Comes off the hands of the Pearcedale player. They're going to try and clear this. They've gone out through West. They've gone out to the defensive side of the wing. Umpire calls play on. He rolls around. He goes back inside. It's a pretty dangerous kick there into the middle of the ground, Vossi. Somerville have got players who are out. They've fumbled the ball, though. They keep coming back inside, but Jordan Bastanak there turning the ball over. He's had a number of it so far. Somerville look to go straight up the middle. It's just breaking down in either side's entries at the moment, Michael Voss.
Yeah, Pearcedale will clear once again. They go with a kick towards the centre of the ground. Just not really a penetrating kick there. It gave an opportunity for Somerville to get back into the contest, and there's a free kick. And it is going to Mitchell Delmo, who will go with a long kick towards G-Man. Goes with one hand as G-Man. He couldn't take the mark there, Ryan Dillis. Needed to go with 2. He got his opponent out of the way, and he needed to somehow get that left arm involved. Ball's over the line right in deep in the Somerville forward line. Somerville lead by a point. 3-4-22. Pearcedale 2-9-21. We've played 13 minutes. Premier Traditional Home scoreboard with lively thanks to Battery World of Mornington. Quick kick out of defence. And the ball goes out of play. It was kicked by Ryan Bastanak towards his teammate there in Brenton Cummins, who couldn't take the mark, and the ball over the line. So the ball to be thrown back into play. Knocked down by Roberts. Hand pass there backwards, and it's been given as a free kick. It's going to go to Ryan McMahon. He was the one who received it, but he got a tackle high, the umpire said, right in front of us.
I think that was a little professional drop of the knees there, Vossi.
You know, it all starts in the AFL and it all sort of seeps down to the lower levels, that's for sure. So McMahon with the ball. He'll kick from pretty much right on 50. Has the shot, and he has missed. 3-5-23, Somerville 2-9-21. Pearcedale, we've played 14 minutes. Premier Traditional Home scoreboard.
As Pearcedale have been able to exit their back 50, they've brought it up just in front of their coach's box. On the defensive side of the wing, we're going to get another throw in through the services of the Southern umpires, Michael Voss. The umpire gets that back over his shoulder pretty quickly. Roberts gets a dominating hit out there. There's a number of players just trying to get the ball out. Not going to get it off Daniel Marshall. He's a big fella, Vossi. The umpire just throws it up just inside forward 50. It's a great leap from the ruckman there in Tom Roberts. Ryan Bastanak's going to get a free kick for over the shoulder. Sorry, no, that's his Riley Bradshaw. As he just clears, he looks up for Luke Murray on the wing. Ryan Bastanak handballs it towards the boundary. Nothing coming. That's a great little pick up there from Luke Jennings. And Jordan Bastanak on the boundary line running along the wing. He goes forward. But another great mark from Kane McKenzie, who's been really good, Vossi, in the one-on-one battles. And he's their rock down back.
Very much so.
Paddy Nagel is able to switch the ball. The umpire is going to give a free kick for in the back on the far wing. Looks like Brewer out there who's going to receive that, and he'll look for his teammate that's gone over his head. It's out of bounds on the full. Pearcedale bring the ball in quickly, go deep inside forward 50, looking for Cruz West. The ball's just thrown on the boot through Setnarini, and he's kicked a goal over his shoulder. And Pearcedale are going to move on to 3 goals, 9-27, plays 3 goals, 5-23 on the Premier Traditional Home scoreboard. It's a great opportunist goal there, Vossi. That's what Pearcedale need to do. They need to take every opportunity that they can get, especially against this experienced Somerville side.
Yeah, 4-point margin in favour of Pearcedale after that goal, and yeah, they've had quite a few opportunities to be a bit further in front, but haven't been able to put the score on the board. But a good goal there to get them back in front on the scoreboard. As the umpire just throwing the ball up in the centre of the ground. Knocked down by Roberts. Haskett applying a tackle, Lockie. It was, and the umpire says, I'm going to ball it up. Just the attacking side of centre here for the Somerville side, who the throw up by the umpire. It's taken away for Pearcedale, a hand pass. And going around and getting the ball high. Kick was Will Dalgleish. Doesn't go too far. Just go and get that one, he said to his teammates. Now the quick kick comes back inside attacking 50. Gillis has got it. A high hand pass by Ryan Gillis. He gets the ball over towards the teammate. It was just a little bit high. It was a standing start teammate. Now the ball's going to be turned over. It's taken away here for Pearcedale. Out towards the defensive 50. And the umpire has said it is a free kick back on play, or it's a mark back on play. And Pearcedale will clear from defensive 50.
You never want to knock any youngsters, Vossi, but young Dalglish there, he turned back into trouble, and he wanted to find his left, but he needed to give the hands with that first option, and he kicked the ball into a really dangerous position in the middle of the ground. That wind is definitely playing a bit of havoc. We can see that ball really hold up with Luke Rowe taking the mark, and he's switched to Kane McKenzie in the back half. He looks out looking for Mantell, but he's not able to gather the ball, and the ball's gone out. We'll get another throw in on the centre wing here at Pearcedale Recreation Reserve. Right in front of the home crowd, Vossi.
Very big home crowd here this afternoon.
The ball's thrown back in. Pearcedale going to get the clearance here through Cummins. He looks long. Bit of a contest there at the forward 50, but Somerville have come away with the ball through Luke Rowe, but it looks like they're going to turn the ball over. Hipworth's going to take a free kick. Are they going to pay advantage here? But no, the ball's coming back. And Hipworth will probably a little bit beyond his distance here, especially into the wind, as we can see a number of balls have held up. He's going to look to pass the ball off. He goes wide into the pocket, looking for a teammate, and that's just spoiled out through the services of Brewer, and we'll get another throw in deep in the pocket of Pearcedale's forward 50.
20 minutes played in the second quarter. So we're basically in time on here at the Pearcedale Oval this afternoon. And the umpire's going to call for a ball up, half 40 for Pearcedale, 50 metres out from the goal that they're attacking in this, the second quarter. It's a 4-point margin in favour of the home side. Bastonak's got it. That's Ryan, a high kick towards the top of the goal square. Marshall was there, and another player jumped over the top. The opportunity now for, in fact, a free kick to be given to Somerville at fullback. Left fullback it is. And the player with the ball out there is, on that occasion, is Jack Moroney, who's got it. The high kick goes the ball out towards the half-back flank mark, taken by Trav Bravo. Long kick there towards, between centre half forward and full forward there by Bravo it was. There's a free kick out of that contest. Tackle without the ball. Free kick going to go here to Luke Daniel. And this to make the margin 10 points just before half-time in a low-scoring game, AJ.
Yes, they definitely need to convert this one, Vossi. If they can get their fourth goal on the board and get a little lead at half-time, that'll give them some really good confidence coming out after half-time. But let's have a look around the grounds at the moment for the Premier Traditional Homes scoreboard. Sorrento 9-7-61 plays Edithvale, Aspendale 5-2-32 as Luke Daniels drives that one home straight over the umpire's hat for a goal. They move on to 4-9-33, plays Somerville 3-5-23.
Half-time in the AFL, by the way, boys. Low-scoring game, 3-7 apiece at Marvel.
And I've just lost those games there. Here they are. Frankston YCW 6-5-41 plays Bombers 1-1-7. So there's a bit of worrying signs down there at Bomberland. Rosebud 4-1-25 plays Bombeats 2-4-16. Wouldn't that be a big upset? And I'll pose a question: if Bombeats get done by Rosebud at home, the way they've started, crisis.
Well, 1-3 is not ideal, is it? But there are sides that are 1-3, and there are sides that are 1-3. There are sides at 1-3 that you go can't do anything. Bombeats. Well, you've tipped Bombeach to the premiership, haven't you?
Yeah, I did. But looking at it now, I might retract. Crisis is probably a too heavy a word, but I would think there would need to be some meetings held with key figures. As Somerville have driven that one home, 4-5-29, plays 4-9-33 here.
Instead was the goal kicker.
When you're probably the leading contender though, Vossi, and the season they had last year, and then you're 1 and 3 the next year after that, and you've got sides that are pressing at the heels of your footy club, and those clubs have picked up a number of significant players. And you look at it though, yes, they played YCW, they've beaten Edithvale, they've
Lost to Mount
Eliza, and they're playing Rosebud today. If they lose to Rosebud, that's where I'm coming from. That'd be probably as big a disappointing loss as you could.
And if you say it like that, absolutely it'd be disappointing for them. Still a long way to go in the game. Ball inside the attacking 50 here for Somerville. They're back to 4 points is the margin. 4-9-33 Pearcedale, Somerville 4-5-29. Ball thrown back into play. Roberts was beaten there by Hipworth in the ruck. Ball goes out of play for a boundary throw. No mean effort at big Tom Roberts in the ruck. He's a big boy out there.
Just getting some DIV2 scores. Chelsea 2-6-18 plays Seaford 1-4-10. Hastings 5-1-31 plays Tyab 2 goals straight. Langwarren 5-3-33 plays Kringle 1-4-10. Ryde getting the job done easily here against Crib Point 7-5-47 plays 2-2-14. And obviously on the scoreboard here is 4-9-33 Pearcedale plays Somerville 4-5-29 as Pearcedale look to go inside forward 50 once again through Luke Murray, who throws the ball on his left boot. Bit of a loose ball there. Can Sami clear? They're going to get a free kick, which will allow them to. You don't want to be giving away a 50-metre penalty, Vossi, at this current time.
Luke Jennings is running into an open goal, and he turned around and he kept running, and it's like he's going to kick this, and he's hoping the umpire hasn't sort of seen anything there, but as it is, a free kick, what would have been a certain goal otherwise. Free kick for interference in the marking contest there. And Somerville looking to get a late goal and perhaps take the lead just before half-time. Here's an opportunity now, the high, was going to be a high kick, but it slid off the side of the boot. It's taken there by Mepstead. He shrugs one tackle. He has the shot. Tell you what, he's had a fantastic second quarter. He's kicked 3 goals in this second quarter, and that's all Somerville have, in fact, Somerville have kicked 3 or 4 this quarter. No, they've kicked 4. Because Liam Drew kicked a goal as well. So he's kicked 3. He's had a great quarter.
Yeah, and I think the ball movement of Pearcedale has just stagnated a little bit. Obviously, they've clamped down on both Bastanacs, and Caelan Thornton started really well for Pearcedale, but he sort of faded out of the game in this quarter. So they need to get the hands on the pill and get it forward, but in a better motion rather than just bombing it forward. As Somerville are going to win another free kick in the middle. Maroney, he gets the ball. He looks at G-Man Gillis, who tries to use his body. He looks like a man on a mission at the moment. Trav Finn gets the ball. Looks to drive that deep, but he's missed Tom Roberts by a long way. And Pearcedale are going to be able to clear the ball. Coming up towards that man in Thornton, who I just spoke about, but the ball's gone over the top. They've got another player there, though, who tries to brace for contact. Thornton needs to look for his left side. Ryan Bastanac picks the ball up. He wants to step through. As the player there for Somerville in Nathan Gillis smothers that. And we're going to get another boundary throw in right in front of us here, Vossi.
Vital timing up towards half-time. Should only be maybe a minute or so to go in this first half. Hand pass over the top. Now on the left foot goes the kick. And tried to be a bit fancy with the kick there was the player there in Lockie Williams for Somerville. They just tried to start and just go, well, I can sort of do these fancy sort of kicks as well. And he kicked it straight out of bounds in the full, and he was dirty on himself, and rightly so. There's a real opportunity there for Somerville to get their 6th goal on the board, but not to be. Somerville up by 2 points late in the first half. YCW up 41-7 against the Bombers around the grounds. That's in the back. Ryan Bastanac will take the free kick. Maybe he dived a little bit, but he just put the body in the right spot to get that free kick. Now he's in trouble. He got the hand pass over. He tried to struggle about 3 tackles, but as it is, he got himself in a bit of a pickle there. Now the ball's going to come back inside attacking 50. Can they get a mark at the back of the pack? In fact, it bounced all the way through, but it's just off target and through for a behind.
Bomb Beach have got their third on the scoreboard, 3-4-22, plays 4-2-26. Dramana 3-2-20, plays Pines 2-4-16. Sorrento 10-8-68, plays Edithvale 5-3-33. As Somerville are going to get a free kick here through Jake Haskett. He's going to look inside forward 50 for Ryan Gillis, who's coming strongly out of the goal screen. He has just absolutely smashed the player there in Colton. He's felt a knee right in the back there. He has not moved.
I don't reckon there's any spot on his legs or his arms that have not been covered with ink.
Oh, there's going to be a 50-metre penalty here against the trainer running through the mark, I reckon. Ooh, they haven't given it.
Yeah.
Gotta make the distance 6.
Pearcedale player there in Callum Colton was the player who went up. He's holding his arm about as good as what I'm holding my right arm at the moment. Not very well at all. Now Ryan Gillis will kick from 55 metres. He is a big kick of the ball. The umpire's telling him exactly what he can do.
So what, there's a fair bit of help from the crowd coming there from the Pearcedale cheer squad. They're pretty happy with that, Pearcedale. Oh, he's hello. He said g'day.
This might get interesting in the second half, AJ. This might get interesting.
Last hurrah tonight for the old club rooms. They'll be looking to get a win on the board. As the
They've already shut down the cafeteria. So.
Much to Michael Voss's disgust, as the umpire throws this one up to start the third quarter. Roberts get a decisive hit out. The ball just bounces out as the player for Somerville just dives forward looking for a free kick. Bit scrappy to start. Can't get a clearance, but it's just hacked forward from Williams off the ground. This is rolling out towards the Somerville coach's box, and we'll get a throw in.
Yeah, Jake should have got a free kick there. I don't know if you're a collector's, if you're a collector of merchandise, what would you collect tonight? Being the last game here of the current grandstand, would you look collecting anything, AJ?
Wow, it's an interesting question. Well, not off the top of my head, I can't think of anything. I can't say I've been into Pearcedale rooms for a number of years, so. But you would be looking for something, or just the memories of having a good night, maybe, Vossi.
Yeah,
as this one's turned over in the middle of the ground, Somerville able to drive this one long through Mitch Dalmo. The umpires plucked a free kick out that's going to go the way of Pearcedale.
Yeah, they're going to have a fair night here tonight. There's a very big crowd here today, isn't there?
Well, the Amber Ales flowed pretty early, and from what I hear around the traps, it's going to continue to be a late one, Vossi. As Jordan
weekend as well.
Yeah, Jordan Bassanak picks that one out. Goes on his left foot. He wanted to look for his brother Ryan in the middle of the ground, but he couldn't find him. This one's just hacked forward from Somerville, looking for Ryan Gillis, but he's not able to take a mark. Michael Hammond's able to take the intercept mark, and he'll reset for Pearcedale. And he looks to his left, goes towards the boundary line there, finds his teammate. They've just been hemmed in a little bit. They're trying to get a bit of momentum going. They look towards the middle of the ground. That's a dangerous kick. There's going to be a turnover for Somerville. The umpires plucked a free kick out that's going to go towards Pearcedale. The crowd want 50, but nothing forthcoming. Free kick against Wybrow there, going the way of Scoble.
So we played 2.5 minutes in the third quarter. No change to the halftime score. It's still Somerville up by 4 points. Long kick out of defence. Is that a free kick for over the shoulder? I think it is. Yes, it is. So Somerville allowed to try and play defence from behind there, and in fact, Pearcedale had to try and play from behind, and Somerville got the free kick as the kick comes in towards the goal square, and the umpire's going to ball it up right in front of the Somerville goal, who lead at the moment by those 4 points. And are they going to try and rush the ball through? Yes, they are. So Somerville up to 5-8-38, Pearcedale 4-9-33. This is the Battery World of Mornington match of the day, live on RPPFM. And we'll keep you updated with what's happening around the grounds throughout the afternoon as well. Some good games happening and some blowouts happening in local football this afternoon.
There'll certainly be a blowout here, and that'll be after hours, Vossi.
Umpire says I'm going to ball the ball up once again. Yeah, no, there'll be a bit happening here tonight. I think.
You stick around, will you, Michael Voss?
Oh, look, if I was able to move around, I probably could, but unfortunately, AJ, not at the moment.
What are they replacing you with, AJ?
A pavilion.
Pavilion.
No, just a new pavilion.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're going to get another ball up deep inside Somerville's forward 50. The temperature's just dropped a few degrees outside Vossi, as Murray gets a clearing kick from the ruck stoppage, hacks that out wide. They want to take this out to Pearcedale and get another stoppage, and they've done so.
No, I think in my life before a stroke, I think I might have stayed back and had a few beers, but maybe an Uber home or something. But yeah, certainly won't be doing that tonight.
No, it's a bit of a long way for an Uber for me as well, I reckon, Vossi.
Any more talk about moving house, you and your wife?
Yeah, there is. There's plenty of talk.
Yeah?
Plenty of talk, yep. As Luke Murray hands that off to Thornton, he looks inside the centre square to young Cummins. He looks to go long, looking for West. He's got a bit of a height disadvantage there. He pushes his opponent out, and he's giving away a free kick. Somerville will play the advantage, but it's not given. The ball will come back to Mitch Mantell. Yeah, there is, Vossi. There is certainly talk about moving. That's for sure.
Have you found anything that you looked at yet? Or?
I've had a little bit of a look. It's fair to say it's be closer to the station, which is nice. Closer to work, closer to the station. Still got the luxury of going down to the peninsula and seeing the folks and the in-laws. So can't
Beachfront
complain.
house somewhere there, AJ?
I wouldn't have thought so. Not with these prices. Not with these prices at the moment, Crago.
Maybe we could, when he moves into his new house, maybe we could set up and do an outside broadcast from his house or something.
Absolutely. Yeah. I might make a man cave.
Trouble is you get roped into unpacking then, Vossi. So.
As we've got a bit of a dispute on here between the umpires about what the right call is, we're going to get a throw in. The umpire throws that over his shoulder inside the forward 50 of Pearcedale. Somerville get a clearing kick, but that's gone out in the full. It's going to come straight back in. But Pearcedale got a couple of boys on the amber ales up on the back of the ute there. Vossi, just give him a little bit of how do you do. Played 6 minutes and 40 seconds here in the third quarter. Pearcedale need to get a couple of goals on the board if they're going to be... Oh, that's a horrible kick. That's a bad turnover. Just getting back to that, yeah, they need to kick a couple of goals here, Vossi. So we've mentioned that this is the scoring end so far today. They need to go in with a 3 to 4 goal lead if they're going to be a chance to win this game. As Thornton, he looks to get on his left. Murray, he's taken down, but he's got rid of the ball. Daniel just overruns it the slightest, but he gets the ball out. Dalglish, he's dragged off it. Somerville, 2 on 1. Massive tackle. We're going to get another stoppage here. About 60 metres out from the Pearcedale goal on the left-hand side of the dial. Both ruckmen do battle. Basnak roves that off the ruck contest fantastically. That's a hosel kick that's out in front of Daniel, but Kane McKenzie there gets the fist in. Well, that was a throw there, Vossi. They've got away with that, Somerville. 2 players there for Pearcedale. They've dropped the mark. And that's gone backwards just about that kick there. But they've been able to find someone in Declan Albert who's gone out wide looking for Trav Bravo. But Paddy Nagel's been able to chop the ball off. Lovely kick looking for his teammate there in Daniel Marshall, but he's not able to take the mark. And we'll get another throw in just in front of the Pearcedale crowd there.
Yeah, the kick to Trav Bravo there did Pearcedale absolutely no favours. It was too high. They had the loose man created, but it gave Somerville an opportunity to get back and defend on Travis Bravo there on that occasion. High kick towards the centre. It's going to be knocked away. Now high kick for Pearcedale inside their attacking 52-on-2 contest. Daniel did well to get the ball to ground. That's tackle. That's holding the ball surely. Yes, it is. Free kick, and they can clear. They clear through. McKenzie goes towards the centre of the ground. Mark's taken by Roberts. They can play on here with a high kick. Goes the ball towards centre half forward. Ball on the ground. Pearcedale defence will win out with a high kick towards the centre. And going back and taking the mark, or is it? The umpire has said it's not a mark. It hit the ground.
Not once has the ball been delivered to Luke Daniel on the lead. They've gone on a one-on-one or a two-on-one. It's just not working.
Carlin Thornton was tackled. He tried to break the tackle and he paid the price, so that's holding the ball and a good decision. Jake Haskett, who, of course, brother of Lockie, played a bit of low-grade cricket with Jake as well. AJ?
Once again, I'll ask you the same question. Who haven't you played with, Vossi, in low-grade cricket? The skills have just dropped off at the start of this quarter. There's been a lot of bombing from end to end. Looking for Ryan Gillis down forward. He's pushed. He's got a free kick. The advantage has been paid to Mepstead, but he's kicked it to the near side, just for a behind. Some will move on to 5-9-39, plays Pearcedale 4-9-33. Pearcedale need to hit the scoreboard if they're any chance of winning this game, Vossi. Jaden Cole's going to bring the ball back in for Pearcedale. And then they need to be smarter with their ball movement. They've just bombed away. They don't have the big tall targets that they can just rely on. They've found Cummins in short. He goes in shorter looking for Bradshaw. He's taken the mark. He goes into the corridor and he's found that man again in Cummins. He's going to look to switch the ball. That's a better kick. He's found Hipworth. He goes out wider with some good lateral run. This is better from Pearcedale, this ball movement. That is a free kick against Luke Rowe. But in the back, the advantage has been paid. Oh, and he shanked that. Cruz West has shanked that off the instep of his boot. But they're going to kick a goal, Vossi. Archie McGuinness. I had thought they
don't succeed, try again. They stuffed that up and they've managed to score a goal.
I thought they completely, absolutely stuffed that. It looked like they butchered it. But they've somehow come out with a goal. And it's 5-9, 39 apiece on the Premier Traditional Home scoreboard.
First goal for Archie McGuinness. And they certainly need to be in front at three-quarter time here to Pearcedale.
Much better ball movement from the back 50 there, and they were able to hit their target out and then go wide and bring the ball in. They weren't just bombing the ball in the centre corridor. That's too dangerous with the Somerville defenders able to rack that ball up and then go forward at a rate of knots.
So an opportunity here for Pearcedale. Cummins, it was a high kick inside attacking 50. Ball picked up there on that occasion by Thornton. It was tackled without the ball, and the umpire says it's a free kick to Carlin Thornton, who goes in short. He's got a teammate there in Cruz West who's got it. He's pretty much right up against the boundary line. He will kick from maybe 30 to 35 metres out from goal. Very tough shot here. Probably need to aim at that near post and then bring it around. Has a shot. He aimed it at the near post, but he allowed too much, and that is through for a behind. So Somerville stay at 5.9.39. Rosebud, how good am I going? Somerville at 5.9.39. Pearcedale at 5.10.40. And that is on the Premier Traditional Home scoreboard. So it's Pearcedale up by a point here in the match of the day.
So we'll bring the ball back in through the corridor. They're going to turn it over. Trav Bravo takes a good mark, opposed to Lockie Williams. He's just forward of the centre circle here at Pearcedale. He can go out wide to Declan Albert, which he does now. He's going to roll on and needs to hit a short up. There's a little chiseler there. Much better ball movement. Daniel applies a tackle against Kane McKenzie, and that's holding the ball.
100% correct decision there by the umpire. He had his arms pinned and he dropped it. Simple as that. You had your opportunity, Kane. You didn't take advantage. That is a free kick every day of the week, AJ.
Absolutely, Michael Voss. And there's not much he could have done with that, but he's certainly getting the attention of the Pearcedale supporters next to us, Michael Voss.
So, can they score a goal here? They go at goal. It's off target, or is it a mark? It's off target, but it's actually a mark. And he goes to play on. Now he has to play on. It's Cruz West. He went to go around on the left foot. He stopped. He was closed down there by the Somerville defence, but he managed to put the ball onto the right foot and managed to check side a goal, which puts Pearcedale up by 7 points. We're halfway through the third quarter. It's Pearcedale 6-10-46. Somerville 5-9-39. That's on the Premier Traditional Home scored. That was good play by Cruz West.
Yeah, he looks like the most damaging forward on the ground at the moment for Pearcedale, and I think what they need to do is they need to isolate him one out and bring Daniel and the others up. As there's a ruck infringement. And Tom Roberts is able to go long. Inside forward 50. That's great crumbing from Trav Finn. He bends that around. That's another goal for Somerville. That's a quick reply. They move on to 6-9-45. Plays Pearcedale 6-10-46. So that answering goal was very quick, Vossi. The relieving ruckman there in Hipworth is struggling.
Who's goal scorer? Sorry, I wasn't taking
that was Travis Finn.
Okay.
The umpire throws it up in the middle. Thomas Roberts is able to get a really decisive hit out. Nathan Gillis has got the free kick. He looks to go on his left. He wants to get it long and strong to his brother Ryan, or Mepstead, who's been the best forward on the ground so far. This man's been pretty good as well, Thornton for Pearcedale, Vossi. Ball's just hacked out of there. Hipworth is looking to take the mark. He can't do it. He's juggled it. Pearcedale look to clear. They've gone up the line. A 2-on-1 in favour of Somerville, but it's really good work from Pearcedale. They've been able to get the ball forward, looking for Daniel and McKenzie that one out, but it's gone out of bounds on the full, and Somerville will reload.
Just on the Premier Traditional Homes scoreboard, DIV2 update. Rye 59 over Crib Point 19. Hastings 63 to Tyabs 24. 26 Chelsea, Seaford 12. And the last score through, Langy 47, Karingal 31.
Long kick out of defence there for Somerville. The mark has been taken. It's a free kick. They can play on here. And it was Roberts got the hand pass off, and now long kick forward by McKenzie towards half forward. Off the pack now, an opportunity for Somerville once again. Trying to get the hand pass over towards the teammate, but not to be. It's taken away by the player there in Scobell, it was, for Pearcedale. Now they can go with a high kick down towards half forward. And not marked on that occasion, still on the ground. A chance once again. They go back inside, and the mark is taken at 50. It's taken by Archie McGuinness, who's one of Pearcedale 6 goal scorers for the afternoon. A high kick towards Daniel, the centre half forward. No mark taken. Ball taken by Bastanak. He's besieged by 2. And the umpire says you can't get rid of that. So that is a ball up to take place 50 metres out from the Pearcedale goal.
Just around the grounds, Vossi, Sereno 14.993, plays Evervale 5.535. Germana 6.743, plays Pines 3.523 as Bastanak has found Luke Murray. And he'll line up for Pearcedale's 7th goal of the day. Frankston YCW 8 goals, 12.60, plays Frankston Bombers 3.422. Bomb Beach have gone ahead of Rosebud by 10 points. Luke Murray has gone back and he's slotted that. The Pearcedale fan favourite played all his footy here. Vossi, 7.10.52, plays 6.9.45 on the Premier Traditional Home scoreboard.
And the AFL boys at Ballarat. It's 20 minutes into the third quarter and it's Adelaide 5.11.41, Western Bulldogs 5.8.38.
Just in Division 2, Chelsea 3.8.26, plays Seaford 1.6.12. Sounds like an absolute nail-biter there, Vossi. Hastings 10.3.63, Tyab 4 goals straight. Langwarren 7.5.47, Kringle 3.7.25. Rye easily over Crib 0.95, 59, 2.7.19. And here at the Pearcedale Recreation Reserve, it's 7.10.52, playing Somerville 6.9.45.
They've got the opportunity here again, Pearcedale. They get it through Tummins. A high kick goes the ball towards full forward. They're going to shepherd it, and it goes through. There's going to be a marking contest, and then the Pearcedale forward sense that there could be a bit of action here for a goal, and it went back and it went through. So the margin is 13 points. Now, they can maintain this sort of lead. This is the sort of lead I was expecting them to probably have, maybe that around that sort of 3-goal margin. If they can get it over 20 points, I'll tell you what, you'd really give them a strong chance heading into the last quarter. But that's a good goal by Pearcedale there, and a 13-point margin is a good lead in a low-scoring game, AJ.
Yeah, it is, and just seeing the ball carry there, backing up our statements at this end is the scoring end, and I think Pearcedale need at least another 1 to 2 just to be comfortable with their Vossi. But they're looking to go forward again. Just hack forward. Luke Daniel needs to come into the game a bit. Trav Bravo's doing some good work. He's given away a free kick for over the shoulder. He's not too happy with it. Recipient will be Kay McKenzie. He's looking inside. He's giving the handball off to Luke Rowe. He's gone on a galloping run. One-on-one contest there up on the wing, but it's just pushed forward from Somerville, but Pearcedale able to defend there through Jordan Bastanak. He looks to go long. Ryan Bastanak's gone forward. He just goes up with the one Duke. And the ball's just trickled out over the line. We'll get another throw in.
Might have just twinged a leg or something there. Luke Jennings, he just felt for the leg instantly there, didn't he?
He doesn't look in a great way at the moment. Vossi's limping around as the ball's thrown back in. The umpire's picked another free kick out, and it's going to go the way of Pearcedale. Ryan Bastanak, the recipient, and he'll go back to kick Pearcedale's 9th goal.
The money man as far as Pearcedale are concerned. Their best player in the fact that he's been up to town, he knows what he's doing, he's had a good career, kicking the Sharon around. Can he put this goal on the board, which will give them a really good lead? He has the shot. He misses. He pulls to the left. Pearcedale 8:11.59. Somerville 6:9.45. We've played 22 minutes in the third quarter. A goal either way before three-quarter time is absolutely crucial as Luke Rowe from full-back goes with a high kick out towards the centre wing. Ball off the pack, a chance for Pearcedale to go forward. Jennings it was, a hand pass backwards. Bastanak a high kick towards Bravo and also Daniel, and they virtually run into each other there. They didn't really talk that out too well. One was leading out, one was going back. The umpire said, throw it into play, boys. So we're at that sort of 2 and a bit goals. Get another goal here, Pearcedale, and I won't say Somerville can't win, but it's going to make it hard for Somerville in the last quarter. It's about where the wind is at the moment. It's about a 3-goal wind. Might have chopped off a little bit, but it's certainly significant enough.
Yeah, Luke Daniel's been pretty quiet today, Vossi. So, would you like to give him a bit of a run on the ball just to see if he can get himself into the game?
Oh, I think you give the run on the ball to anyone. If it means getting, if your star players are down, why not?
Between 6, you're a hero. Do your kick, dude.
Sure, that'll be picked up in the sound mics. Just issuing a few directives to the Somerville players, Vossi. As this ball is just held in by the Somerville player, and he's going to get pinned for holding the ball here.
That is holding the ball.
That was going to be holding the ball every day of the week, Michael
Tried
Voss.
to get it out, then it was dragged back in, and decided, nah, he couldn't get rid of it. It was a free kick, and rightly so. So Pearcedale to have a shot at goal through the agency of Hipworth.
Somerville player there had 4 opportunities to get that out. Didn't choose once. How are we, mate?
He misses. 15 points is the margin. Played against Birchie a lot of years ago.
I'm sure you
Birchie was playing for Baxter at the time. Played against him in under 14s. That's how long ago it was. We had Simon Burrow, so had Tim Birch.
As Luke Rowe's going to just go for a little bit of a gallop. He brings the ball back in. He goes long up to the wing looking for Paddy Nagel. He uses his body well, and he's off to the races. Puts the ball out in front of Moroney, but that's going to go out of bounds, and we'll get another throw in. But Somerville have moved the ball up to the centre wing. The umpire gets the ball back into play. Hipworth and Roberts do battle. It's good work there from Sparks, who roves the contest. Cruz West has been really good today, Vossi. A couple of people called for in the back, but none forthcoming. Ryan Bastanack's going to get a free kick for over the shoulder. Here goes Jordan Bastanak on the left, but he sprayed that.
Oh, they've wasted about 4 opportunities in the last 5 or 6 minutes, AJ. They could be 4 or 5 up here. As it is, they're only 2.5 goals in front.
I think Ryan needed to go back and kick that set shot himself. Got some tired bodies out there, Vossi.
So Luke Rowe with the ball at full back. He just gains a few metres. He just trots out and goes with a big kick towards the centre of the ground, looking there for big Tommy Robertson. Why not? He dropped the mark though. Now an opportunity over the top. The ball comes towards Haskett of the Lockie variety. It bounced away from him. Free kick for holding the ball, and that is a free kick, and it's going to go to Carlin Thornton, who started off well this afternoon. He goes to the kick towards half forward. No mark taken. Was that a tackle too high? The umpire said no. It's just about too high there on Ryan, against Ryan Bastanak.
Pearcedale's pressure has absolutely lifted in this last 5 minutes, Vossi.
They need one more goal, AJ.
Oh, certainly do.
16 points is the margin. Can they get the goal? 26 minutes into the third quarter. To make that margin go beyond that 20 points, Jake Haskett has been okay for Somerville this afternoon. Goes to the high kick towards centre wing. No mark taken. Getting the arms around the big fella there, and Tommy Roberts now. The Somerville side can go forward. They go towards half forward. Ball comes back. It'll come back Pearcedale's way. They rebound with a quick kick down the line. Mark will be taken by Jordan Bastanak. It was called to play on, so he just went with the ball and goes towards the forward pocket. The mark has been taken by Ryan Bastanak. I'm right behind this kick. He'll be 40 metres out from goal. The crowd will tell the story on this one because he's got plenty of Pearcedale support right near him here.
Vossi could just about reach out and give him a pat on the backside.
The man who has played at North Melbourne, played at Brisbane, he's been in the AFL. What a big kick that would have been. He misses. He's dirty on himself.
I reckon he was under pressure as soon as he heard Michael Voss's name get mentioned, the king of sport on the peninsula.
Look, tell you what, it's a fair effort for him to come down each week, isn't it, to play? Got to come down from Queensland each week.
Well, his old man mentioned that he's proud to be coaching both his boys at the same club, which is a really good effort. It's Pearcedale. Look to go back into attack, but they can't. The ball is cleared there through Jake Haskett, one of the 100 players that Vossi's played with in the last few years in lower grade cricket. He's mentioned today. Somerville through Nagel. He's got the ball forward. Lockie Haskett, that is, looking for his teammate, which is a great kick. He's found him. He's played on. Out through Nathan Gillis. And he's kicked the goal. It's not what Pearcedale wanted there, Vossi, late in the quarter. 28 minutes gone. Pearcedale 8-14-62. Plays Somerville 7-9-51 on the Premier Traditional Home scoreboard. The margin is being cut to just the 11 points. Just before the three-quarter time, siren will sound.
Pearcedale were doing all the attacking, AJ, and then all of a sudden after a kick, 3 or 4 points in a row, and Somerville will take it down the other end, score a goal. That's huge in this game. 11 points is the margin. To me, that's not a big enough lead going into three-quarter times. Pearcedale need at least another goal, and Somerville might be the team that gets the ball back. Lockie Haskett was tackled.
Let's get to around the grounds here, Vossi. Sorrento 17-9-1-11 plays Edithvale 5-5-35. Dramana 10-7-67 plays Pines 3-5-23. As a siren just sounds here at Pearcedale at three-quarter time, 8-14-62 plays Somerville 7-9-51. Frankston YCW 8-12-60 plays Frankston Bombers 3-4-22. Bomb Beach have kicked away against Rosebud, showing their class 7-9-51. Plays 5-5-35, and that's in Division 1. Crago, what have you got in Division 2?
Division 2, right.
Yeah, kick a few and kick away.
When is the pavilion get knocked down there? Obviously, it's very close.
Sus, you got the date back there, mate?
The pavilion getting knocked down. I'll find.
7th of May, gentlemen.
7th of May, there you go. As the ball's just trickled out right in front of us. The ball's thrown in through the boundary umpire. It's locked in. Thornton's just wrapped around his opponent in Haskett. As Roberts gets a clear tap out there. Trying to run onto it was Bradshaw, and that's just holding the ball. Daniel Marshall is going to line up to kick Somerville's 8th goal. And we spoke about it, Pearcedale needed that first goal, Vossi.
They do, and he was just sweating on Riley Bradshaw grabbing that ball. As soon as he grabbed him, he nailed him. And now an opportunity to bring the margin back to 5 points. We're 2 minutes, or in fact, we're not even that, we're 1.5 minutes into the last quarter. A long kick at goal is off target and through for behind, so the margin is 10 points. Somerville 7-10-52. Pearcedale 8-14-62. Both sides been more inaccurate than not this afternoon, but one of these two sides is going to come out with a victory this afternoon, even after all that's said and done with the bad kicking at goal. Long kick out of defence. Ball taken there for Somerville and just taken over the line there on that occasion by the player in Trav Finn, over the line for boundary throw-in.
I think two important players for Somerville in this last quarter, Daniel Marshall and Ryan Gillis. If they get hot, they can kick plenty of goals quickly, but obviously the two Basnack boys for Pearcedale need to control the ball around the contest.
So umpire to throw the ball up. Half forward here for Somerville. Quick kick forward by Williams it was towards full forward. No mark taken. Ball on the ground. I need someone to be there when the ball's knocked into open spaces, but it's taken away by Dalgleish it was, who gets a high kick towards half back. Trying to pick up the ball and going backwards at the hand pass. Will Dalgleish will take it once again. Now he'll go with the kick down the line. He's looking there for a teammate. He's got him in Luke Daniel, who scored one of Pearcedale's 8 goals this afternoon. He goes in with a kick towards attacking 50. No mark taken. Somerville defence sweep in like a bird with a chip on the beach. Just come in and just grabbed it, and away they went. Out to half back goes the kick now. A high kick towards Gillis. The two number 6s. Numerology. Great mark, Ryan Gillis. He's 55 out from goal. He goes in short. Beautiful kick. Beautiful kick. The mark has been taken directly in front, about 40 metres out from goal. And is that our man Spike with the ball? Is that Spike Mepstead with the ball, AJ?
No, I don't think it's him. He doesn't look as thick. No, Mepstead's just at the top of the goal square there, Vossi.
Yes, okay, so it's not Mepstead. I was going to say he's lined up for his fourth, but he's not. So this to bring the margin back to 4 points. And misses.
That was Mantell there. Vossi.
Both sides have missed their opportunities, haven't they?
8:14.62 plays 7:11.53. Down to a single figure margin now. 3 minutes and 40 seconds gone in the last quarter. Pearcedale bring the ball back in. That's just a high kick out to the defensive side of the wing. Frawley goes to fly and he's given away a free kick there, Pearcedale. Somerville are going to drive this long, looking for that man in Mepstead we just spoke about, who's been one of the best forwards on the ground. Daniel Marshall's just pure strength. And he's given away a free kick for over the shoulder to Bo Scoble. And Pearcedale will try and clear this once again. They're going to come out to this side of the ground. That's high in the air. They've got plenty of numbers. Pearcedale, they just want a stoppage, but they're able to get it forward, trying to run onto it. It was Trav Bravo. They've got the ball out and we'll get another throw in.
It wasn't real smart by Mantell. He went up in the contest and there was no one really on him, and he's knocked the ball 20 metres behind him, and Pearcedale get the ball up, and now it's on centre wing rather than be inside the 50 for his own side. Disappointing there. High kick there for Somerville towards half forward. Gillis went up. No mark was taken. Ball was knocked away by Jack McGuinness. Now an opportunity here for Marshall. Daniel, he was pushed in the back. The umpire says, and go back from 55 metres out. Now Mantell on the lead. They're really flooding back, so Marshall looking to go in short. Or will he? No, he goes to the high kick. He goes high. He goes long. He goes straight. And Ryan Dillis thought about pushing his opponent in the back there, and he thought, I better not do that because it might be a free kick against me. So he didn't do it, and it's a goal. And the margin, AJ, is back to 3 points here at Pearcedale with the home side in front.
It was a pretty interesting free kick there, Michael Voss. I didn't think there was much in that.
Yeah, look, I thought maybe just a free kick, but that was a good kick by Daniel Marshall there. He thought about it. There was a number of leads coming from the goal square, but he just, when you got the wind behind you, have a shot. Germano, have a look at Germano. Wowee. 80-23 in favour of Pine, or in front of Pines.
As the ball's thrown up in the middle of the ground here at Pearcedale. Somerville look to get the clearance. Trav Finn has the ball. He just handballs it forward over the head of Jordan Bastanak. Lockie Haskett, he goes out to Paddy Nagel, who steps. Looking for Dan Marshall. That ball hit the ground. He gets up with brute strength. Oh, that should have been holding the ball. The umpire did not pay it there. Mantell has the ball. He looks to get back inside the corridor. Ball smothered from Pearcedale. This tempo's just gone up, Vossi, in this last quarter. There's going to be plenty of stoppages. We're looking at the score there on the screen. Sereno 125, Edithvale 35. So Edithvale haven't kicked a goal for a very long time. As the ruck do the work, there's a bit of... Look at Gillis just attack the ball from the square. He kicks over the shoulder, but he's missed.
Margin is 2 points here at Pearcedale. Pearcedale 8-14-62 to Somerville 8-12-60.
YCW 75, Bombers 41, so Bombers have kicked a few goals late there, Vossi.
Yeah, looks like the Stone Tats are going to win that one, AJ. It'll be 3-1 on the season.
Bastanak brings the ball in to Jaden Cole. He goes out wide. That's going to go over the boundary line, out in the full. Paddy Nagel's going to bring the ball back in. The wind's certainly picked up, Vossi. You can see it's really troubling Pearcedale coming out of their defensive 50.
Lockie's been good today, Lockie Haskett.
He has. Jones Lupino, best on ground, Vossi. Who have you thought so far?
If you're talking, well, it depends on which side you're talking. Well, I think probably the Bastanak boys have been the two best as far as Pearcedale are concerned. For Somerville, I think it's been a bit more pronounced. I think the big fella's done all right around the ground. Big Tommy's done all right.
Yeah, I reckon for mine, he's probably been best on ground for Somerville. Tom Roberts, he's dominated in the ruck, but Jordan Bastanak for mine, I think he's been fantastic.
Have a look at the size of the man, so he should dominate.
Yeah, well, that is true.
Very much a physical presence out there now. Summer will go with a kick towards attacking 50. The only one that read that off the boot of sorts was Travis Finn, but then it went straight through his hand. That wind has definitely picked up, as you said. Pearcedale are going to find their way through. In 8 minutes in this last quarter, they haven't scored, and the margin has been cut to 2 points. They still hold the lead to Pearcedale, but they need to find a goal from somewhere. There's a shot at a high kick. It's off target again by Ryan Dillis. I reckon that's 3 behinds the G-Man's kick today. Margin is 1 point, AJ. We might have a draw.
We could, but we've only played 8 minutes, nearly 9 minutes in this last quarter, Vossi. 1 point on the Premier Traditional Home scoreboard. Pearcedale need to answer back. Ryan Basnak's going to do the kick-in duties. He'll look to get a few yards. Comes in. Kicks out towards the clubroom side of the ground. Roberts tries to claim a mark, but none coming. The umpire calls mine, and we'll get a throw up. Defensive side of the wing for Pearcedale. Roberts just pushes his opponent out the way. And it's trickled out for a throw-in.
Gentlemen, for Premier Traditional Homes in the AFL, time on in the fourth quarter, and it's Western Bulldogs 8-8-54, 56, sorry. The Adelaide Crows 7-13-55.
As Bastanek gets a handball out. Turns it over though, Trav Finn. He runs through the middle. He's looking for Ryan Gillis. He's not able to take the mark. The ball goes over the back. Somerville have got numbers here. The G-Man's got it again. He wants to turn onto his right, but he can't. Back to Mantel. Back to Paddy Nagel. He goes for a little bit of a check side. Daniel Marshall. Oh,
whoa!
bit of a soccer goal. Bridgestone select goal of the day, Vossi.
He just got his defender out of the way and he kicked it from mid-air. He thought showtime here, and showtime it was. There's about 6 minutes to go in that game at Mars Stadium. So there's still plenty of time, but not many goals scored. I'm going to call you AJ, Craig.
The final score, by the way, Chelsea 5-9-39 have defeated Seaford 2-9-21.
Oh, sounds like a ripper.
That's an absolute cure for insomnia, that game.
8-14-62, plays Somerville 9-13-67. They've just hit the lead. Luke Murray's gone back in the middle for Pearcedale. Umpire about to throw the ball up in the centre. Somerville are going to get the clearance here through Haskett. They're just going to bomb the ball long. It's going to go over the back. That's a good mark there from Setting Airi. He goes long, but that's a horrible turnover. Kay McKenzie coming off his play there, and Luke Daniel. Luke Daniel's been pretty poor today, Vossi.
Hasn't had a real significant impact on the game for sure.
Lockie Williams has the ball and he's out. He's going to kick the ball long, straight, high. Another goal to Somerville.
That's a 70-metre kick without even trying that one. He kicked that from inside the centre square.
10-13-73 plays 8-14-62. I don't want to say it, but it looks like Pearcedale may be in a bit of trouble here, Vossi.
They've got to find a way of scoring. They have not scored in this last quarter, and some of them kicked. It was 11 points. They've kicked 3 goals, 4-0 in this last quarter. And they probably could have maybe added an extra couple there. I know Ryan Dillis has missed a couple.
He's just gone off the ground for a rest, and he's given the crowd another one-finger salute just to say hello. Pearcedale will win a free kick here. Cruz West, he's gone in the middle. Good move, Vossi.
He's been good this afternoon. That's a shocking kick, though. Might still pay off. Ball out towards where Brad Wiggy Canavan and the Somerville interchange bench are. That's how far away we are from it at the moment. There's a high kick by Finn towards half forward. The ball bounces through. Can Haskett use his pace? He can't quite get the ball away from his opponent there in the player there in Jaden Cole it was. Ball picked up once again. Now defensive kick back, and the mark has been taken by McGuinness of the Jack variety.
He's been good today in a defensive position, Vossi.
High kick down towards centre wing. Ball taken by Haskett. He's like a terrier there. He got through. Now the kick comes towards full forward. Ball at the back. It's picked up there for Pearcedale. The pressure's on. The pressure's on. Oh, I tell you what, they nearly lost control of what they were doing there, but Riley Bradshaw's got it. Defensive goal square. Goes out towards the half-back flank, and the ball goes over the line for a boundary throw-in. We're 13.5 minutes into the last quarter, AJ. They haven't scored, Pearcedale. They've got to somehow find a way through, because if they don't score, they've not got no chance. They're 11 points down, and Somerville have got this in their control at the moment.
Yeah, and it's with that win, Vossi, it's playing a lot of havoc with Pearcedale coming out of the defensive 50. You can see their kicks aren't hitting the targets, and they're putting themselves under a lot of pressure. They're going to get a 50-metre penalty here. Luke Murray will be the recipient. They need to just run the ball, Pearcedale. They've got young legs. They need to run the ball, not bomb away. Ryan Bassanak through the hands. Dalgleish has got the ball on his left. He goes in towards the top of the goal square, looking for Frawley. Somerville able to just retreat. 2-on-1 there. Maroney does a really good job against Murray. Roberts picks the ball up off the ground. He's got Nagel there for support. Maroney's got the ball again. Back to Paddy Nagel. He's able to have a bounce. He can have another one if he wants. He looks up. Numbers at the centre half forward area for Somerville. Although Pearcedale have got the ball here. They're in a bit of trouble though, Pearcedale. They just want to clear the ball. Trav Finn goes back. Looking for Nathan Gillis, has been really good today also, Vossi. The ball's just on the ground. Cole, he gets the ball. He goes out at right angles. Ball's going to just sit there for Albert. He goes up over the head of Daniel. He's moved up the ground a bit. Cummins has the ball. He's able to step his opponent in McKenzie. But Somerville have got numbers back. And they're able to just mop up. It's over in front of Brad Wiggy Canavan now. The ball's just bounced out, and we'll get another throw in.
There is 2 minutes to go at Mars Stadium, and Adelaide look like they're going to win. They're 7 points in front.
And snow is falling.
What?
No. Only kidding.
Let's get around the grounds. Toronto 2012, 132. So they've kicked another 20 goals. Vossi, 5-6-36. EDS. Germana, 12-8. They've just kicked another goal, 13-9, 87. Plays Pines, 3-5-23. Disappointing for Pines to only kick 3 goals. Frankston Bombers, 7-6-48. Plays YCW, 11-16, 82. Bomb Beach, 9-9, 63. Plays Rosebud, 9-5, 59. So they've come back, Vossi.
There's a short pass towards attacking 50. Was that a mark? The umpire said no, it wasn't.
And Craig will get us an update for Division 2 in a minute. But Rosebud have come back within 4 points against Bomb Beach.
Yeah, Rosebud, Rye 71, Crib Point 39, Hastings 96, Tyre 44. The final score, Chelsea 39 over Seaford 21, and Langwarrin 83, Karingal 32.
We had a flying shot at goal from Pearcedale that went across the face of the goals, but that is holding the ball. Looks like young Archie McGuinness is going to get the free kick.
They can somehow get a goal here. There's still 10 minutes of football to be played. They're only 11 points down, but they are going to the non-scoring end. There's a high kick towards full forward. It bounces through and it bounces over the line for a boundary throw-in.
Not a bad result though, Vossi.
100%, yeah. No, they've got the ball in their attacking area. They've just got to make this pay. Even if they keep it in there for 2 or 3 minutes, just make it pay. Try and get a goal on the board. Just try and open it up a little bit. And trying to get that margin back under a goal, because at the moment, they haven't scored now. Somerville have taken the ball out of trouble. The ball was smothered off the boots, taken by Dalgleish, a hand pass, and it was taken over the line for a boundary throw-in. 11 points as a margin. Somerville 10-13, 73. Pearcedale 8-14, 62. We're 18 minutes into the last quarter. We're live here thanks to Battery World of Mornington and the Premier Traditional Homes scoreboard. Kick towards half forward, taken by Gillis. He was tackled, and the umpire said that is holding the ball. against Nathan Gillis, and a free kick there going to the player Archie McGuinness. Here's an opportunity. A kick at goal goes across the face of goal, and they're just in that wrong pocket. They're just got to try and, I don't know, maybe bring it up this side and left post. It's just they're aiming too straight. And once they're aiming too straight, it's just fading away because that wind is taking everything into this near pocket.
Western Bulldogs have just kicked a goal with 7 seconds to go. Adelaide lead by a point.
Yeah, no, they're home.
Oh, that's a horrible kick. That's out of bounds on the full. The ruckman there in Hipworth, he wanted to give the hands off, but Bastanak had someone on his backside. And Somerville able to clear. Up looking for Ryan Gillis, who's up the ground. Paddy Nagel trying to get the ball forward for Somerville. He's been good today though, Vossi, and that's going to be holding the ball.
Well, it wasn't his fault. He tripped himself over. Once he fell down, he was gone.
Adelaide win by a point, beating Western Bulldogs. Western Bulldogs are shot.
Well, they've ruled my Supercoach side, but not even Timmy English played today, that's for sure.
Hammond, he goes wide. Looking for Dalgleish. He rolls on his left. Luke Rose just able to intercept that in front of Luke Daniel. And they'll get a throw in.
It's only 11 points, but
it's a big 11 points though, Vossi.
It is, because Pearcedale haven't scored in this last quarter. And it's hard to see, while it's not impossible, it is hard to see them coming back and pitching this game. Next goal, if someone will get the next goal, you'd think that would be just about home and hose. There's a kick towards Gillis, who takes the mark. Ryan Gillis, forward pocket. About 40 metres out from goal.
If he kicks this, Vossi, what sort of celebration are you seeing?
I'll say that he's going to signal to the crowd, and I reckon he'll also take his jumper off and maybe just wave his jumper to the crowd. Because he's done it before, and I reckon he'll do it again.
Which finger do you reckon he'll hold up to celebrate?
Might be the rude one, who knows? Now, Ryan Gillis hasn't had his customary kicking a goal this afternoon. He's probably had 3 scoring shots. He's probably already been on the run, actually. A high kick. I tell you what, the umpire was going all the way across, and that ball has swung back, and he's made that well and truly inside the goal. So that's a goal, and I reckon that's just about enough for Somerville. 21 minutes in the last quarter. Somerville up by 17 points.
You finally got one, Dickie.
It's fair to say that the Pearcedale crowd weren't happy with that celebration.
No,
Craig.
he did give them the royal wave though, so that's understandable.
I'm sure that's going to be picked up in the FX mics.
Unbelievable. Long kick down towards half forward for Pearcedale. No mark taken. They're pushing uphill now, the home side. Trying to get this score on the board to try and get back into it, but 4 goals to Zippo in this last quarter. It was only about, 4 or 5 minutes to go, you'd suspect. Paddy Nagel's got the loose man created. He goes over the top. And now a short pass, and the mark will be taken by Lockie Haskett. It is Lockie Haskett.
And the fat lady has sung, Vossi.
He has kicked the goal about where Ryan Gillis kicked his goal a minute ago, so that is it. Somerville will win. They're 12-13-85 and Pearcedale are 8-14-62, and they played 22.5 minutes in the last quarter on the Premier Traditional Home scoreboard.
You were correct, Vossi, in that third quarter that they just didn't score enough goals and didn't put enough pressure on Somerville going into the last quarter. They've steamrolled them here, Vossi, and they've showed their class, but to Pearcedale's credit, they've been pretty good up until 3/4 time.
Look, they've shown enough today to suggest that they're going to be a handy side this year. It just going to be a bit behind Langwarren and Somerville.
Yeah, they just lack a key forward at the moment, I think, Vossi.
When you kick 1 goal late in the first quarter and then you kick 4 or 5 points late in the third quarter when you're trying to build up a lead to 3/4 time, it certainly doesn't help your cause, that's for sure.
They just don't have anyone to bail out to at centre half forward, and they just continually get the ball taken back out. Luke Daniel has been really quiet, and Kane McKenzie's absolutely dominated him from a backman's perspective, and they just don't have that bailout kick down the line. Cruz West is going to line up. They certainly need this goal here if they're going to be any chance. He looks to go in short, and he has found Ryan Bastanak. It is straight in front. He's not wasting any time. He just runs out to the right a little bit. The ball hits the post. Smashes into it, Vossi. And if there were any chance there, although we've called the fat lady is singing, they needed to kick that. Jaden Cole's been good in defence for Pearcedale, but he's up the ground at the moment, trying to get a bit of momentum. Jesse Walker-Smith cut that off, though, for Somerville. They're going to go long down the wing, looking for Roberts. But Mantell has taken the mark. They just need to slow the ball down a bit here, Somerville. They don't need to do anything. Ryan Gillis is doing a bit of hustling there. Lockie Williams. Ryan Bastanak on the left. Brenton Cummins just gets away from Roberts there, who's been sensational today. Probably best on ground, Vossi, in my eyes, Tom Roberts. It's a Somerville crowd. It's just got a bit louder now that the game's definitely in their hands. Who are you thinking for the Jones-Lupino best on ground, Vossi?
Tommy Roberts has played well. I think the Haskett boys have played well.
And here he is again, just taking another mark. He's been well on top in the ruck. He's done it around the ground. He's been fantastic. He kicks it out in front of Ryan Gillis. He's getting a bit of encouragement from the Pearcedale guys here on the fence. Mepstead on the left. That's another one. He's been pretty good again, Vossi. He's kicked 4.
Good goal, mate. You played a great game.
To kill it.
Somerville Langwarren in 2 weeks' time.
Yes. There's a bit of feeling in this still here, Vossi.
Yeah. Look, I think the best thing they can do is just walk off the ground, shake hands and say, let's have a beer.
Daniel Marshall's offering a bit of advice from the playing field over the fence to the Pearcedale supporters.
Good tackle applied. Or even still, maybe just take the G-man off and just make sure he stays out of it. What do you reckon?
Yeah, it's probably a wise move.
I think start the bus up and get it going very quickly.
It's certainly cold in here now, although the sun's out. But they've shown their class in this last quarter, Somerville, Vossi, haven't they? They've been able to score goals pretty quickly as Nathan Gillis.
Yeah, with the ball.
He's been sensational, and he's been one of the contributors to this last quarter as to why they've in front now. It's just a kick in hope. Vossi out to the wing. A number of Somerville players just waiting for their turn to get the ball. Walker Swain there winning the free kick. There's plenty of guys going down with cramp. It's been a hot contest. Paddy Nagels at the back of the contest. Williams there picks the ball up. He fends off. Frawley's behind the ball now, but he's got nowhere to go. He's going to have to use his hands. Cruz West is going to go down the wing. He goes in short, looking for Daniel. He gets the ball. He goes into the corridor, looking for Jordan Bastanak, who's drifted out of the game a bit here, Vossi. He goes back out wide, looking for Daniel. Luke Rowe does a great defensive work there, looking up the ground to Daniel Marshall. I'm sure he'll be pretty happy just in front of the crowd to offer some more advice. The marks dropped by Setnarini for Pearcedale. Somerville able to go back forward. Mepstead looking for his 5th goal. He's been great today. Young Dalglish has come into the game. He's going to win himself a free kick.
That ball was 40 metres out from goal, and Ryan Gillis was turning around. His attention was diverted to the crowd. So, I don't know why the goal umpire's getting involved in this. Unless the goal umpire's made a report of some sort, I've got a feeling that a number's been taken, AJ.
Potentially.
The goal umpire's come out to Will Dalglish and just told him what was going on. I think he said, now, I've got your number. There has been a report made. I guess we'll hear more about that later on. But the ball goes over the line for a boundary throw-in. Somerville are going to win this game. They've kicked 6 goals, 4 in the last quarter. Pearcedale have not scored a goal. They've scored 1 behind in this last quarter. It's a hand pass over the top.
Ryan Gillis did come off with the blood rule, Vossi, so...
Yeah, there's been a report of some sort, I'll almost guarantee it. As the siren goes, and there is the end of the game. What a win to Somerville. 28 points the margin. Coming home with the win in the last quarter, and they did it very well. 13-13-91, they've beaten Pearcedale 8-15-63. We'll take a break, come back and wrap things up here